It's late summer in Sheboygan, Michigan, and we're heading out to track down walleye on Mullet Lake. We'll be joined on our journey by Captain Bryan Buist of To Be Caught Charters. He's got the local knowledge, including some specific tips and techniques that only come with years of experience. We'll show you the best gear for walleye, the importance of a good graph, and of course, the hottest baits. Put it all together, and these Mullet Lake walleyes don't stand a chance. We're gonna catch them on this edition of Fisherman's Digest.
And it was 50 degrees. Oh, it was just, it had been 70 the weekend before. Yeah, 17 degrees. And we pulled in there and he says, well, this may not work. It didn't. Awesome. So right here, guys, we've got the tattle flag, which is pops up, and then it's a bite-sensitive system that's on the offshore boards, and we're going to be fishing inland lake walleye today. So they might be light biters, so we're going to use the tattle flag system to make sure we know when we got a bite. So what we got, guys, is we're starting out the day. We don't have any fish in the boat. Hey, good morning, everybody. John Bergsman here on Mullet Lake with Captain Bryan Buist and family member Mitch, and we filmed a few shows together. We're here late summer, and we're just going to show you some awesome trolling for walleyes with spinner rigs. I think Northland butterfly rigs, right?
Yes,
Bryan?
Northland butterfly blades with the death roll hook on the back.
Perfect. And what we've got is we're just going to work a break. There's fish, as you can see on the screen, you know, kind of all over this break. And we're just going to work. There's a nice fish on the bottom right there. And it's super important whenever you're fishing, especially structure trolling, that you zoom your graph in enough so that you can see the individual depth contour lines. Obviously, there's a good school of fish, Bryan. There's it's really important to buy a high enough quality piece of electronics so that you can see individual foot contours, because if you can't, it makes it very hard to structure troll. So don't be cheap when it comes to buying graphs. I mean, don't go buy a $200 or $300 graph. That's a bad investment. It's better to save up your money, spend $700 to $1,200, get yourself a graph that'll give you all of the information that you need to catch fish.
Fish on.
Yep. I'm gonna stay out of the way of these two fighting cousins catching fish today. I'm the boat steerer. Bryan will tell you though, I steer the boat pretty well. We always catch fish.
There's fish number one. All
right, good job. Show it off, Bryan. Talk about what we're using today. That's a nice that bait fish blade, isn't it?
Yes, this is a Northland bait fish blade. So we have a combination of Northland bait fish blades in the natural color. So if you see, I run a lot of natural baits on inland lakes, like natural colored baits. So this is actually like a gold. And then we've also been running the rainbow trout Northland blade, which is a blue. Both of those have been producing really good fish on Mullet Lake. We've been catching a lot of these nice eaters. This is a nice keeper walleye here for Mullet Lake. They're fat, they're hungry, and they're pretty aggressive right now.
And 15 to 18 inches is a normal fish here, right?
Yep. But
beautiful.
We've been putting those Northland crawler harnesses and butterfly blade rigs behind bottom bouncers. These fish are associated to the bottom right now. They're on a crayfish bite. The mayfly hatch is pretty much done, so it went from a suspended bite with mayflies, now it's on a bottom bouncer bite for the crawler, for crayfish. So it's kind of what we're doing.
Beautiful, and we're not even done setting up rods yet. I love it. What I also love is the fact that we got out here early, and Brett will show you, we're just being bumped all over by the boat pressure. We can barely move out here. Oh no, there's no boats at all. That's exactly what we like. So what I got going right now is as you see, we're all in the back of the boat, including Brett, my camera guy, and yet we're fishing, and I'll put Brett's seat down so you can see we've got our Kraken trolling motor up there, which is basically our fourth guy in the boat today. It's on a steering pattern to be able to take us on a compass bearing. And so what we've done is we've set up on a break edge, and I've got my key fob laying right here. And in order to control my speed or direction, all I got to do is hit arrows up and down, right or left, and it's going to keep me perfectly on this line. Heading hold is one of the biggest functions that you've got to have on a trolling motor, along with, Bryan will tell you, anchor mode.
Yes.
Those two are absolutely imperative. If you're going to be in the market to fish on, if you're going to be in the market to buy a trolling motor, guys, well, Bryan wrangles that. Again, don't be cheap on certain pieces of electronics or equipment. You've got to have those two functions in your arsenal, or otherwise you are completely limited. And Bryan was just complaining about Mitch's side catching fish. Brad will show you, Bryan's hooked up.
Yeah. It's really critical when you're trolling inland lake walleyes to really pay attention to your planer boards. You guys, if you fish Lake Erie, you can be a little lackadaisical on watching your planer boards, but if you're trolling up here in northern Michigan or any inland lake, really pay attention to your planer board, because these fish, they don't hit it very hard. And a lot of times you're going to just be dragging around a fish, you won't even know it.
Perfect.
And another one. Another nice one for the box right there.
Beautiful. Oh, there's a fish. Where? Right there, right there.
Inside board too.
And there, double.
Double.
Second rod, inside board. Yeah. Bryan says, I think we're...
Someone's got to take boards off. Might as well.
Ooh, this one's digging.
I know, he collapsed the flag. You know, it's crazy when we got rods crisscrossed.
Another one.
A nice one.
And it's on a gold again.
Yeah, and I actually was thinking that same thing, that we might want to be specific. Show that one off. This one got a hit, and look, it got hit on gold.
Yep. I think we might have to put some more gold out.
I think we have to put some gold out. It's low light today. Gold's gonna work. Gold digger would have been.
Let's switch that blade up. Yep.
Could get dicey.
Yep.
Fish on, yeah, that's definitely.
You get this one, Mitchell. That number 2 on your side has been a busy board.
Yeah. Oh, what's the lead? Those Akuma rods and reels are nice, Bri.
Yeah, those rods, they soak up so much of the fight. It's awesome. Since I've been running those on my guide trips, I lose half the fish I used to, just because of the limberness of that tip of that rod.
So it keeps the pressure on better.
And they're so durable. I've literally been running guide trips for 11 years. I've ran those rods for 11 years.
That's
and I've never broke one, and that is a nice walleye.
That's a very nice one. On silver, of course. We were just thinking of switching everything to gold. No, silver.
The blue bait fish blade again.
That's cool.
Yeah, this harness right here has been my top producer the last, week up here. So, and then we were catching them on gold this morning. So you start second guessing yourself. Are we really doing the right thing? So now that I caught one on this, I got confidence back. And as everybody knows, confidence is probably the most important thing with fishing, right?
Oh, absolutely. You gotta believe what you're doing is right.
Yep.
You do. Right now, what's right is me steering away from this rock point.
Nice one, Mitch. And he's in the box.
In the live well.
Sure. I'll fight a fish.
I like it when Bri fights fish.
Makes me feel like I actually still know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's there.
That rod's bent.
That's a dandy.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that the weird, Bri, the way they fool you?
It is. He swam right at me.
That's the best fish of the day, and he didn't act like he was barely big enough.
Yep.
Look at that.
On orange, he put that right in his mouth.
Yeah, that's completely gone.
Aggressive.
Jumping Johnny is dancing with the point. I'm in 34, but I mean the down rod probably will catch something on this one. Oh yeah, screen is loaded. There's a fish.
Oh, yep, number one. And my side.
About time.
I love point clipping like this. So guys, when we're done catching this fish, I'm gonna show you exactly sometimes what can make a difference in catching lots of fish, but we'll let Bryan catch this first.
Hey,
He's free.
guide fish right there.
That's right.
Trained him to unhook
Trained him to
himself.
let go. Probably a little short, but shows that the fishery is healthy, eh, Bryan?
Yep.
So guys, Brett will show you right over my shoulder here. What we're doing is we got a big deep drop off here. That's shore right here, of course, and there's a little feeding shelf off this real steep break right here. You see how the ISO, the lines widen out, and I'm putting my boat right in where they widen out, and that little feeding shelf can hold lots of fish right on the bottom that are moving from the deeper water, and they'll stage, and when they hit that wall where the break happens, they'll typically stop, and that gives you a chance to catch them. So having good boat control, using your electronics properly, having good boat control is going to help you catch a lot more fish. If you just were randomly trolling around here, you'd probably not catch as many fish. But because we've isolated that the fish are just off that break for that first couple foot of depth, then we keep our boat there, we catch more fish. Yay! I said I wanted to pull one off the tip of this point,
You
and
did.
we are right on the tip of this point right now.
I see the gold.
Yep, looks like a keeper.
It is.
Yay. Gosh, those are such nice eating fish, Bryan.
Yes, they are.
So as far as eating quality, mullet may be the best in the state.
You
Don't you
betcha.
agree?
Yep.
That and Hubbard. I've
Yeah.
had fish out of Hubbard too that were like awesome.
Those freshwater shrimp at Hubbard are so good.
Yep.
Those
Yep.
fish feed on those, and it's like a sweeter meat out of there, I feel like.
And as you can see, he took that all the way in, so we're gonna keep him and not release him. He's keeper anyway, but
Yeah.
that's one that if you were playing catch and release, you would not release, because that would just become seagull fodder fish.
Yes, it is. Fish on. Here, I'll take it.
Here you go, Mitch. Fish on.
We got 2 rods going out that just caught fish, and now we got a fish coming in.
Yep, exactly. And I saw that one bite. It was like, honk. He just, what's crazy, Bryan? He just hung the board. He did.
Yeah.
He jerked a couple times now, but he just hung the board, and
They are little finicky things.
they are not, you're not gonna expect them to rip the board back like you say on Saginaw and Erie and places like that where they tear the board back and you got, yep, orange or gold. Basically, that's been the ticket, Bryan.
Yep. What color are
Seems
crayfish?
And guys at home, if you're used to watching us on Lake Erie or Saginaw Bay and you're thinking, what are they keeping those little ones for? It's by design.
You bet.
By design.
Mm-hmm.
We want the kids to have something to eat. Beautiful. That's number 9.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff Miller with Trax Tech Corporation here today. Just wanted to introduce to you, this is a brand new cutting board design that we've done. The unique part of why we're calling this a system is because we've actually got a couple different features. I've only got one of them with me today to show you, but we can use it as a cutting board out on the boat, and then we want to change it over. This slide sets on here, slides right in, and this locks on with a couple little pivot locks on here, 4 places. and it actually goes in and turns into a little serving tray station. So make sure you go visit TrexTech.com if you're interested in a cutting board system that can hold your barbecue grill and everything, and we'll show you how that's going to kind of continue growing here over the next couple months and adapt and see if it's something that fits your needs. We appreciate it. TrexTech.com.
Yeah, he had that subtle, I'm bigger than you think bite.
There he is.
Yeah,
We
good
sealed the
job.
deal.
That's a nice one. That'll go in the box.
Another one.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Fresh walleye for the Buist family vacation. We're only 2 fish away from a Mullet Lake Bryan and Mitch limit. And let me tell you, Bri, on an inland lake, that's an amazing day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, like, a lot of people come up here when I'm guiding and, you know, they're not after limits of walleye necessarily. They just want to catch a nice meal for their vacation, have a nice walleye, fresh walleye dinner while they're up here. So that's a good expectation to have. You know, if you guys want to catch limits of fish, I suggest like Lake Erie, Saginaw Bay, Detroit River. Up here, you know, we want to just get a nice meal, protect the fishery. You know, it's kind of a put and take fishery. Yes, there is a natural reproduction here, but you want to respect that, you know.
Yeah, and that's why keeping those smaller fish, you know, we're keeping 15 to 18 inch fish, keeping 10 of them. They've got a big family. They've got a bunch of people. What do you got up
20
here?
people.
20 people. So it'll take them a couple, 2-3 days of grabbing 6-8 fish a day to have a nice fish fry for their family vacation. But yeah, I mean, this is what you do in these inland lakes. The inland lakes population can be damaged if you overfish and overkeep.
Yep. I'll take them.
Okay. Yep.
I like fighting fish.
Bryan needs to catch one.
Ooh. Yep. Definitely a teenager.
Oh yeah, nice fish. Nice fish.
On the orange again.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the orange and the gold, and we had a couple on silver, but the orange and the gold by far have had the most bites.
He chomp it again too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
nice.
right in. Yeah, he doesn't want, he's keeping that worm. If he's gonna sacrifice his life, he's at gonna waste his last meal.
That's the limit right there, John.
It is.
As you can see, it's hard to find better walleye fishing than right here out of Sheboygan, Michigan. But that's just part of the Mullet Lake story. This is the 3rd largest inland lake in Michigan, and it's renowned for its diverse fish population and stunning natural beauty. In addition to walleye, you'll also find northern pike, small and largemouth bass, perch, bluegill, and crappie. Beyond the exceptional fishing, the area itself is a delight to explore. The charming town of Sheboygan, where the Sheboygan River meets Lake Huron, offers quaint shops and local eateries. You could spend an entire afternoon wandering along the waterfront and even take a boat tour to explore the surrounding waterways. Sheboygan State Park boasts miles of shoreline along Lake Huron. It's perfect for hiking and for enjoying breathtaking sunsets. You can also explore the Inland Waterway, a chain of lakes and rivers connected to Mullet Lake that offer even more opportunities for boating and fishing adventures. Start planning your trip now at Sheboygan.com.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us today on Fisherman's Digest. Thanks to Captain Bryan Buist, To Be Caught Charters. Year-round all over the state, Bryan's one of the best charter captains in the business. As always, his cousin Mitch helping him out. This is half of our catch today. An awesome day here on Mullet Lake. We'll see you next week.